many people knows the strategy and whatsoever. So we shall see, right? We shall see how this is gonna work. Well, in the meantime, we are now going to be jumping right in to the game. Four Seasons Gaming versus Zigma. With Zigma on the terrorist side, Zigma, you're gonna be on the counter-terrorist side, and Four Seasons that will be on the terrorist side. The game is going to be breaking off with Osu player onto the lurk at Carpets, while the rest of the team from Four Seasons is trampling their way down Banana and slowly making their way through into B with no problems whatsoever, as not a lot of members from Zigma is actually there to immediately stop their pick. Instead, they are only looking forward to getting that retake. And Ackerman takes the first blood right off the head of Liger. But unfortunately, Just Cause is going to go down for himself as well. We're looking at a 3 versus 3 scenario. Unfortunately, the terrorists have definitely got a better edge at this. But Cigarettes immediately get a really nice pop off the head. But Four Seasons, they still got the game in the bag. They held their ground well. And of course, they ensured that Zigma is unable to overrun them with sheer power. 1 point in the bag for the side of Four Seasons Gaming. And Four Seasons Gaming seems to have gone a little bit greedy on their side. I'm not too sure if I were to say that right, because we do have 2 players that has already decked themselves up with AK, while the rest of the members have decided to go for a Mac 10. If Zigma realizes that, and of course, if they are able to get themselves a decent amount of hits after the opponents, such as a moment like this, with 2 of the members from Four Seasons completely taken down. Voy is the one that has the AK, but unfortunately, also player picked up that AK, and they have rotated themselves away from B and head over to A side, making their way through downtown. Watching, I can't remember the lyrics, but of course, through the carpet and into the pit, they have gotten themselves very confidently inside the side of A. Bomb planted, no problems whatsoever. Zigma will then have to push their faces right inside of A side, which I don't think is going to be a great deal at all. A lot of utilities being tossed, coming in from the side of Secrets, even a Molotov over to Four Seasons, burning Rapid Air just by a little bit, but not enough to bring him down. As Osu player pops off from the other side with a small little flanking corner and brings Zigma down to a 0, giving Four Seasons a really nice 2-0 for themselves. But of course, the game is still early for us to call anything, because Zigma have yet to have a good round. They have yet to go for any proper buys. While Zigma, they are hovering themselves around more than 250 credits, except for Just Cause with 2200 credits. So maybe looking out for him. But he does have Deagle. He also does have a just a Kevlar, no head armor. But I'm not gonna doubt his abilities. With smoke, flashes, Molotov being tossed by Rapid Air, they're going to be doing a little bit of setup over here, right in the B side, gaining quite a lot of traction, getting quite a lot of attention, with 3 people from Zigma has already rotated and staked themselves through and through inside of B. For the rest of the members coming in A, they are still somewhere around the area and is not looking to push into A. Instead, they have retreated from second mid, made their way slowly into the foot of Banana, slowly making their way over to the head, only for what to immediately get smashed out, decapitated by Rapid Air. This is going to be a great start for Four Seasons Gaming. A little bit of aggression wouldn't hurt, but I guess it hurt really badly for Zigma. And now, 2 men down for Zigma. Fortunately, 1 man down for Four Seasons Gaming. If they are able to pick up that one little gun that Rapid Air dropped, there could be a small little chance of survival, and maybe a small little chance of buyback, or rather, you know, play around with this current issue. It's like it's going to be the next one going straight down. Reality goes down as well. Just Cause suffering a major amount of damage to himself, but unfortunately, riddled with bullets, is going to bleed to death, leaving with Secrets as a last counter-terrorist to play for the 3rd round. The round bracket, slowly making his way, just hovering around Arch, gets a really nice shot onto Jehunyu, but unfortunately not enough damage or reaction time to clinch the game and clutch the game. But all in all, Zigma did a pretty good job in the previous one. They didn't spend a lot of credits onto the previous round, and yet they have managed to kind of cripple Four Seasons economy just by a tiny little bit. If Four Seasons Gaming were to lose in this very round, Zigma would find themselves in quite an overhead in terms of credits, as well as a little bit more of an appreciation in terms of net graph, as well as economy. I've got my hopes up for Zigma. They have been tossing quite a lot of utilities. Jinhoon Yu suffers quite a bit of damage inside, but he's not gonna stay alive. It's relatively sad. It's just immediately getting popped right off. What though? 19 HP. Critical amount of health. Gonna be still wandering around in B side. He should be good though. He should be good. We are playing the one as the anchor rotator. He's not gonna be anchoring B. With the amount of health, there's not much that you can do. But Four Seasons though, there's still a lot that they can do, despite having a disadvantage in terms of numbers. They're pretty healthy as an individual. Rapid Air has got the op as well. Liger immediately goes straight down. And that is going to be a great start. It's been a downtrend for Zigma all the way. But perhaps we are starting to see a little bit of an impulse for Zigma as they're slowly breaking through the gaps, leaving Four Seasons Gaming with only 2 men alive. Unless complacency plays its part in this game. With less than 30 seconds. Four Seasons Gaming, they're not too interested in pushing any sides. As they hold their angle, only to be dinked and absolutely decapitated by Akaman. And Osu player is gonna be the last man remaining. There is absolutely no way that he can stay alive. Zigma, they want this. I'm sure they want this. It does seem like they don't want it. They managed to get themselves a single round to the name, while Four Seasons Gaming is gonna be flat out broke. They don't have much credits to work with. 2100, 2500, 1500, 2700, as well as 700. But surprisingly, Osu player still has that overhead to get himself the Kevlar, as well as AK. The rest of his team, though, they're not going to be able to get much. Oh, sorry, it's not an overhead for Osu player. I completely forgot. He survived in the previous round. And thus, he still have the money. He still have that gun. But it's going to take some time before Zigma can get this round back to a consolidation. 1, 2, 3, though. Zigma will have quite some ideas that's going to be popping right off their heads. The way that they have been playing so far, it hasn't been a very steady understanding, not much of a strategy to understand how the game is going through and why is this, why is that. It is still too early for them to understand what would be the best strategy to play against Zigma though. But with the way that they have been playing so far, getting a little bit of peaks here and there, a little bit of a rotation, active rotation, is going to be pretty good for them. But let us take a look at the grand scheme of things. With a single lurker from the side of Osu player as he heads himself to the foot of Banana, with 3 other members from Zigma immediately pushing right onto the head of the Banana. They're slowly making their way and doing a pretty good rotation. But Four Seasons Gaming is going out strong right through carpets. Unfortunately, Akaman immediately gets a headshot round to Jihoon Yu. They did not break through onto pit. Right outside of balcony, they got stopped. It is a bigger red light that you have ever seen. At this point of time, it's not even a red light. This is spikes on the ground, spikes on the road. Anything that goes right past, you're just going to be exploding into smithereens. And Four Seasons Gaming understands that. They have tried to go for a fast run inside or through carpets, but it didn't quite work that well for them. Instead, they decided to play slow. Slightly slower. As the rest of the members from Four Seasons Gaming head their way down over to the foot of Banana. with only one member from Banana holding right through. But unfortunately, Liger with a critical amount of health, and also player 1 is the last man remaining next to a really crippled player. So I don't think that there's going to be much that Four Seasons Gaming is going to be able to do. And one thing's for sure, they can't go fast in carpets anymore. If they want to, it can't be individual people. Definitely not. That is a really good, great opening coming from the side of Osu player that has granted them access over to the side of A. But unfortunately, Akaman immediately brings him down to the ground. And he goes down in a really timely fashion. Zigma 2, Four Seasons 3. This is a really good plays, coming from the side of Zigma. Not gonna lie, even though they have a pretty rough start at the for the first to the third, they still did a pretty good job when it comes to reclaiming themselves and getting themselves a 2-0. Zigma may do pretty well when it comes to being on the defensive side. Of course, being the counter-terrorist, they do have a small little advantage since Inferno is slightly CT-sided, in my opinion. That is. Some people will say, oh, it's aim-sided, oh, it's CT-sided, I don't care. It's CT-sided to me. And of course, if you are not good with your aim, then of course it's aim-sided. But here we go, a little bit of a mini pit action coming in from Just Cause, but all 4 players from side of Four Seasons Gaming just get wrecked by the hands of Zigma. Almost immediately. Four Seasons Gaming, they can't go fast anymore. They have tried twice to go for a fast run. Once in the carpets, and the other times through to the left side of brackets and into archway, only to be completely shut down by a single player that plays inside of mini pit and 1 in archway. Not good. It really isn't good. Four Seasons Gaming, I don't think that they want to play this slow either. Maybe A side is just not the way. Maybe A side is just not the play. The grenade is just not gonna stick. For what? They're playing it a little bit softly, a little bit slowly. But this is what I like for Four Seasons. They're actively changing their playstyle. They're actively looking for ways to breach in to the defenses of Zigma, trying to break this wall with either a wrecking ball or a sledgehammer. Or sometimes, just running through the wall would make it work. But twice in a row, they face planted right onto a brick wall. That is going to be a great start. Coming for the side of Rapid Air. That is 1 to their name. B is slightly open. They know that Zigma is going to be left with 1 person in the short run. But unfortunately, the rotator is definitely going to fill in the small little gaps. In fact, a little bit too slow to my liking. Once they get that single peak, it would have been better if they start to throw in the utility. Either to commit into it, or just go for a fake. They went for a close middle strike and trying to play more of the second game, but it just did not work out well. Four Seasons Gaming, right in the center of Banana. With 1 in B, they only have got a single information. A single smoke is tossed. They know that 1 is right by Coffin. Coffin's just gonna be disintegrating the side of Four Seasons Gaming immediately. Zigma is not showing a sign of weakness ever since they came into a round of buy. Ever since they have been buying, they have been winning. While Four Seasons Gaming, they're just not getting it to work out well. Our Thailand team is definitely making their Thai mates proud. They're ready to head their way over to the round of 16 if they keep up with the momentum this way. But it is still too early because Zigma, after all, is playing onto the counter-terrorist side. As long as they keep up with this lead and do not yield any more points over to the side of Four Seasons while Four Seasons is playing on the terrorists, the better it is. The aggressiveness coming from Zigma, they understands that the economy for the side of Four Seasons is pretty much at its all-time low. Picks up 1, the man has been holding on to the AK as Secrets comes in from the side, right through mid, takes 1 man down, or rather 2 men from second mid, and a really nice headshot with an immediate quick switch over to his USPS. Now that is what I call clean like a baby's bottom. No. Baby's bottom is actually smooth, not clean, but you get what I mean. Zigma is doing things pretty darn well. Clean as... I can't think of anything clean enough. But I suppose we can just say it is as clean as a white wall. It is very raw and normal, but that is probably the only analogy I can think of. I'll think of more euphemism as I slowly go through. But Four Seasons Gaming, they are not giving themselves any disappointment. They are not gonna go down without a fight. For 1 second, I thought that the bar was low, and I thought that they're gonna bring a shovel over to it. But no, they're slowly getting the bar higher and higher. They know that the game is not over, and they know very well that they are a very strong team after all. Getting 2 members down from the side of Zigma, they went for the peeking game. They won the peeking game, but they still decide to play it slow. Which, like I said before, is not exactly my kind of playstyle. If you go for a peek, start to be committal. Start going somewhere. You want to commit over to the side of A? You want to commit over to the side of B? It's something like that. You have the advantage. Or maybe not anymore. Not anymore. 2 members down. That is going to be the 3rd member down from the side of Zigma. Flashes throwing over to the side of over to Arch. It is a good flash, but it does seem like Zigma, they have completely understood how Four Seasons Gaming is playing, as they have stacked 2-person inside of A side, 1 person in pit, 1 person in shadows. But unfortunately, the pit man is now dead man, and the one in shadow, it is dead, as dead as a doornail. Or rather, as dead as a cigarette, because his name is Cigarette, but he's just burning up, buddy! He's burning up! Zigma! They have finally lost a round over to the side of Four Seasons Gaming. Four Seasons Gaming, they are not going to be... well, they're not going to be pushovers. They are a force to be reckoned with, and they have to let their opponents know that. As Rapidair whips out his glass cannon, his air cannon. Will the great cannon of Korea launch out and destroy the members of Thailand? That is gonna be a question for us to think of, and an answer for them to answer. No, a question for them to answer, in fact. The smokes is all the way through. Secrets clearly has been smoking way too much. It's completely done. You literally can't see the other hand, to the other side. Reach out your hand. You can't see anything. Secrets, put it down, man. It's either too much smoke or too much firepower. And not only that, he smokes a lot. He burns a lot. And he likes to flash people. He's holding up Banana pretty darn well. Four Seasons Gaming, they are not too interested in pushing right in. They're still waiting to play the peeking game. Really good picks coming from the side of Reality! Immediately with a headshot right onto Jihunyu. But surprisingly, one of the players actually hurt Jihunyu. So the headshot was actually like completely like overkill, like massive overkill. But a shot is a shot. And it is still a really good shot. Zigma still have 5 members remaining. Four Seasons Gaming with 2 members left. That is not looking good. And boy too, his HP is all the way down to an all-time low. The investors are definitely going to be pulling out real soon. As he goes straight down, this is a downtrend. As Four Seasons Gaming is not able to do quite much in the game, 6-4. We are coming in close to the first half really soon. In just a couple of rounds, 5 more rounds to go, but the answer is not too obvious yet. Who knows? Four Seasons Gaming may be able to get themselves the next 5 rounds and just be able to get a really nice overhead on top of Zigma. But the Korean team, they are not gonna stop, man. They are hands down not gonna stop. It does seem like they're going slightly faster this time. A little bit fast. A little bit too fast, in my opinion. They are like leopards, antelopes. They're just running right through, only for them to get completely melted down, completely destroyed. And I don't know, man. They try to do whatever that they can. They're really trying. They are doing a fast run, which just did not work out. Hey, look, 4 seasons. I get it. You tried to be the Leopard. You tried to be the Flash. But it's not gonna work out if the Flash is just literally running into the face of Superman that is just holding his laser eyes and burning bridges and just tossing all kinds of fire all over the ground, man. But that's a great start though. Also, player did manage to get a kill down onto reality, and that is gonna be a 4 versus 5 game. 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game. Most of the members coming from 4 seasons, they are leaning slightly over the side of A side, while only one member from the side of 4 season gaming holds down onto banana, and I take it back. He held it down, and only for him to give it right back into the to the hands of the opponents. And now this is going to be a pincering tactic coming from the side of Zigma, but Zigma, they have to play it very, very safe. I believe that it's Cigarettes that is just holding down banana. Once again, the smoking boy. He's smoky. Holds down the foot of banana, ensuring that no one passes through. He's not going to be passing through as well. If I were him, I would just push right through and try to pincer everyone, just destroy everyone. But he knows that the economy from the side of 4 seasons gaming is still looking relatively good, and he wouldn't know once he pops out how many guns will be pointing right at him. It would not be funny if four ends of the barrel is just pointing right at you, only for yourself to say surprise. But 4 seasons gaming, they're rather dedicated. They're holding things on. They're taking things slow. And what? Indeed, a what indeed. Just Cause did manage to get himself a single kill. A command on himself as well. Gets a kill on the Void too. I realize that 4 seasons gaming has been doing quite a lot of friendly fires quite a bit. And they should really look out for where they are shooting, man. There's a lot of friendly fire going through for the side of 4 seasons gaming. They've been sticking a little bit too close for them to themselves. Either they stuck too close, like a pack of sardines, or they're just kind of haywire in some sense. But Zigma, their strategies, their teamwork is definitely a force to be reckoned with. They are scary. The way that they rotate is pretty good for themselves, and they're just hitting all the way downtown. 8-4, a doubling the points of 4 seasons gaming. And do note, this is a map pick by 4 seasons gaming. 4 rounds in the terrorist side is not necessarily the best for them. In fact, they should get 2 more rounds for themselves in order to be in a better spot. But it's not going to be easy, man. They don't have a lot of money to work with. Take a look at this. Rapid Air, 2800. Jehu New, 2600. Liga, 1700. Void, 2400. And also player, 1500. It's tough. It's absolutely tough. But they still need to find a way to play this game out. As the flash pops out, Liga was a little bit too slow on his trigger finger. And Junior immediately popped right through with that great cannon. Right through his shoulders. He wasn't able to do quite much. It was completely flashed out as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it was flashed by Cigarette as well. What a flasher. But 3v2, 4 seasons gaming, even though they have suffered great amount of casualties, they still managed to bring 2 men down from the side of Zigma. All hope is not lost, as long as Void 2 managed to land 3 1Ds. Which, okay then! Called it. Absolutely called it. But the positioning of where reality is playing right now, it is definitely not a 1D position. So Void 2, he picked himself up with an M4, he's ready to bring down... Or maybe he's not. The shovel is close. The shovel is very close. 4 seasons gaming, their bar is down there. They're ready to bring in the shovel. So far, Liga hasn't been performing well. The only one that's been performing pretty well is going to be also player 1. With a total of 12 kills to his name. But it's not quite enough, I dare say. They still need to get 2 rounds. They absolutely have to bring this round out for themselves. As what? He just goes in all the way through. He manages to bring 2% down, only for himself to get completely destroyed right by the side of Force. But Secrets holding from behind. Boy, oh boy, you smoke a lot, you flash a lot, you fire a lot, and you even backstab people. Secrets, you are relatively safe. What is things going on? And Zigma takes this round for themselves in a 10-4 match. Just one more round. Just one more round. Players are slowly getting themselves in game now. Zigma 10-4. They are in a huge overhead. But unfortunately, it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. But fortunately for the side of Zigma, they did manage to put and wound quite a bit of players coming from the side of Four Seasons Gaming. And there it is. Point 2 is still playing around at the foot of Banana. They are not pushing in just yet. They do not have the advantage. In fact, most of the players is very wounded. But Secrets goes down to the hands of Jihunyu, and there goes the flash. Just Cause will have himself right back into first, only for himself to get completely destroyed because of a really good refrag. But Reality M sniping through down from the side of CT. He takes a little bit of a bunny hop, but not too much of a bunny. He goes himself down because of the massive wolf bite. As Four Seasons Gaming manages to get themselves with a really good game, as they managed to get themselves 5 rounds. 5 rounds. Initially, I said that, 2 more rounds is needed, and thus a 9-6 is probably the best for them. But 10-5 is not necessarily too bad as well. I just can't believe how much of a kind of like a role it is, especially when it comes to Zigma. I mean, if it's counter-terrorist sided, I can understand, right? So I can still say that Four Seasons Gaming, they can definitely still have a chance. We do have Zigma going in fast one, a really fast one down to B. Secrets, he made a round rotation over to the side of CT, and Secrets gets a really nice shot right on down onto Rapid Air. Jin Hunyu immediately pops the head of Just Cause. Four Seasons Gaming, they are back in the game. It is literally a counter-terrorist game. Come on. Brings Jihunyu down 2-3. With only 1 minute left to the clock, Secrets brings down O2 player as well. As all the members from Zigma, they manages to slowly nitpick the members of Four Seasons Gaming a little bit of, oh, there we go. They don't care about much. They're just pre-firing every single corner that they see. And Zigma taking that round. Man, oh man, that is not gonna be that is not gonna be a good pill for Four Seasons Gaming to swallow. That is a tough pill for them to swallow. Zigma knows that their fast-paced gaming may very well win them this game. They may know that very fact. And they also know that Four Seasons Gaming, they stacked in B side just now. And now Zigma, they are getting a little bit of info. With what? Slowly hitting himself over to the head of Banana. He doesn't have much information just yet. But boy, oh boy, is he gonna get himself quite a surprise. As there we go. That is all information given out. All the information is now out. Four Seasons Gaming 4 stacked onto the side of B. As Reality hold down second mid immediately with the help of his Galil. Just completely wiped out Four Seasons Gaming. That is a sham wow. And Four Seasons Gaming, they are just water. Completely just wiped off the table, leaving no residue behind. Maybe a little bit of blood right onto the pavement, but nothing ShamWow can't clean. But Zigma, 12-5, they just need a few more rounds. 4 more rounds to go. 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay, good. My math is correct. But just 4 more rounds to go for the side of Zigma, and they will be able to successfully win this first round against Four Seasons Gaming in a landslide, if I dare say. 5 rounds over to the side of Four Seasons Gaming. I think that is pretty fair score. Let's take a look at their economy real quick. Void 2 has started off this game with an AWP. The rest of the players with M4 and Rapid Air is just going to be working himself with an SMG. How well is it going to be taking him? I'm not too sure. But I'm assuming that it is not going to take him far unless he just comes into contact with Just Force 888. With the rest of the players coming from Zigma, they are just using AK. The flash is out. Reality is the one that kicks in first. Unfortunately, Gaming Liger immediately pops ahead of the Reality. Just Cause takes the shot from and through the smoke. Nakaman puts himself right behind, ready to explode all the coins and just keep leaving them peacefully. But Zigma is just not gonna give them a chance, or maybe they are. The coins may stay to be alive because Four Seasons Gaming is doing a really good job saving the marine life as Jihunyu comes right in, gets a kill onto Akaman. All of the members from Zigma is now dead, and Four Seasons Gaming manages to clutch out the round with only 1 member left. Unfortunately, he also has got himself with the defuse kit. It is 12-6. We are back into that double ratio that we originally see in the previous first half. Four Seasons Gaming, definitely they're not out of the game just yet, but it is gonna be a tough game to call. It is very tough for them to come back right into this game, but I am not ready to give up on Four Seasons Gaming just yet, because we are now only on summer. Once it reaches winter, woo, it's gonna be cold, and Zigma is gonna be frozen right down on their feet. You know, there's always the saying, right? We are now on to the 3rd quarter of this very game. 19 rounds in. Four Seasons Gaming, they would want to come back into this game, and looks like they will be. The shivering cold winter is dawning upon Zigma. Winter is coming. And Zigma, they should be really wary of Four Seasons' power when it comes down to the later stages of the game. Reality M gets a nice shot to Jihunyu. He also got the bomb planted right onto Shadow. All the way inside, right into the corner. Molotov thrown right onto where Reality sits. He slowly stalks behind Four Seasons Gaming, but I guess the leaves of the autumn has yet to fall. Four Seasons Gaming, they may lose this game before their turn of winter comes in, as Zigma may just end this game in the next 2 games. 2 games? Yes, 2 games. 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, 3 games. Oops. It is 20 rounds in. Zigma is looking pretty darn strong. And I wouldn't be surprised if the next game is going to be a landslide in favor of Zigma as well. Do know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game that, this is a map that Four Seasons Gaming has picked out into Inferno. And we know just how volatile Inferno is, because it can either go really good or really badly, depending on how much they have practiced. And Four Seasons Gaming, I can assume that they have practiced in here a lot, because this is literally their first map. Also, player with the CZAC auto. From a relatively mid-range control, it did manage to get a really good headshot down to the side of Zigma. This eco round might go well for Four Seasons, but in just a matter of seconds, we've got a couple of players down. Gaming Rapid Air. That's a really nice 1D go over to the side of Zigma. And Zigma doesn't even know what's going on. They rotated back over to CT base and heads themselves right into B side. They know that there are some cannons roaming around in A. The great cannons of Korea is here to rock your world. And once again, the coins are now in danger. Please save the coins. Please save the coins. as Four Seasons is slowly heading their way over to save the coins. And if they don't get to save the coins, Sokka from the Avatar is gonna be sad because... Oh wait, never mind, that's the moon. But you get what I mean. This was Zigma completely rested down. Sigurds take a really good shot on the side of Rapid Air. He has to win this 1v1. He gotta have to win this. That's a really good wall bang through the wall by Jihunyu, leaving Sigurds with only 2 HP. But, oh, the bomb is counting down. It's counting down. And the coin's dead. Zigma wins the round and killed the coins. Four Seasons Gaming now have got quite a lot of game for themselves, and they definitely have to do something about this. With only 6 points to their name, a comeback is gonna be extremely tough. So what do they have got to do? I feel like there's not a lot of utilities that they have been using when it comes to the take itself. Perhaps a little bit more, be a little bit more reserved when it comes to the utilities at the first half of the match, because just tossing right out might not be the case, because Zigma, you know, sometimes they play fast, sometimes they play slow. And see, this is the time that they play slow. One Molotov exposed in the side of B, one Molotov exposed in the side of A, followed by a single smoke. Zigma can be led to believe that there is only one member over to the side of A. They pick one out over in the side of A. And there we go. That is going to be a full out rotation from the side of Zigma. They take Arch and head their way over towards B to pincer Four Seasons Gaming. Liger takes one, Reality M goes for the refrag. The entirety of Banana is now opened up, and because of the information that they had, a single smoke and a single Molotov very likely is the main reason why they decided to go for the roundabout way to tackle into B. It worked out for them. With only 2 members remaining, Sigurds is at a very low amount of health. Surprise! As Rapid Air gets a shot down onto Sigurds with an AWP, but unfortunately just caused time as well, as it manages to put all of the lead right into the bodies of the opponents. And all in all, just Jihunyu going down as well. We're now in match point, 15-6. Not good, buddy. Not good. The good thing is that Koi did not die this round. But Four Seasons Gaming, their heart died. This may very potentially gonna be the last round for the side of Zigma. Once they win this round, then it is game over for Four Seasons Gaming, because we can all be relatively confident that Zigma is gonna be very happy playing in Overpass. Archway is compromised by the side of Reality. Reality takes one shot down on the Jihunyu. Rapid Air from A side. He gets a really nice one dig on the side of Reality. It's a 1-for-1 trade turning into a 2-for-2 trade. Boy 2 has been eliminated too. Just cause picked up a little bit of the AK while firing through the smoke. As we all know, Sigurds has been smoking too much as well. His lung cancer might be coming in through. But we can be sure that no more smoke will be popping around anymore. As Rapid Air is going to be the last man remaining with a deagle, as they slowly go for 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a dead. This is a game won by Zigma, as Four Seasons Gaming was unfortunately unable to clinch this round and of course get the game back.